The bargaining from the university perspective has been in good faith, and we've given so many concessions at this point that it's really discouraging that we can't get an agreement.
The clock is ticking, and 4 SIU unions are still at the bargaining table with the administration. If there is no agreement today, they will call the strike at 12:01 a.m.
We're down to some of those key areas of job security layoffs and raises.
The Faculty Association, made up of tenure and tenure-track faculty, want their contracts to be more transparent when it comes to layoffs.
We want a procedure in place that's going to set out clear and accountable procedures for how to fire tenured faculty. It is possible in an extreme financial crisis, something we call a financial exigency, to fire tenured faculty. And we want to make sure that there's a process in place that would ensure that that's done right.
The non-tenure track faculty association is also looking for more specific language in their contracts in the case of job appointments.
So if somebody hands you a contract and you sign it, you assume that it has arrived at the point where your signature makes it binding. However, we've had non-tenure track people actually sign their appointment documents only to discover right before the start of the semester that their appointment was not going to be valid because it was missing a critical signature. And so they also maybe have made a life-changing, they sign a lease, they got a mortgage, they move their family here, put their kids in school, only to find out they didn't have a job.
These unions have been negotiating their contracts with the university for nearly 500 days now.
Okay, that's how long I've been negotiating on this bargaining team. And probably more than this right now. I've lost track.
Chancellor Rita Chang says the Graduate Assistants United Union is hoping for better health care benefits. As students themselves, they are covered under the same health care plan as undergraduate students. However, President of GAU, Jim Podesva, says graduate students are different. They may be older than traditional undergrads and may also have families, meaning they would need a different health care plan. As for the Association of Civil Service Employees, bargaining chair Tammy Keene says their sticking point is unpaid closure days. They are also concerned with job security.
You know, we do want some type of job security. We've lost 74 positions since January of 2010 to the tune of over $2 million to this bargaining unit.
Chang says so far this fiscal year there haven't been layoffs, but the administration cannot guarantee this in the contracts.
Well, you can't go into the future with no ability to make dramatic changes in your workforce if you have a reduction in state revenues or tuition dollars. You can't spend money you don't have.
Looking at the SIU fiscal year 2011 operating and capital budget, you can see that $500,000 was set aside for recruiting, retaining, and rewarding faculty and staff, while about $42.5 million was assigned to enhancing the learning and living environment of the campus. This is during a time when Chang says cuts were being made campus-wide. Unions and administrators all agree on one thing: they don't want to see a strike.
I'm hopeful that we can avoid a strike, but as it stands right now, it's going to be a very close run thing.